going on?
I quit. Effective immediately.
Effective immediately?
Let them talk me out of unquitting. I'm so nervous, but I am so fucking excited. I just quit my job. Oh, I am out. God. Fuck. Yesterday was the longest freaking day. I was miserable and I said, you know what? No. See, because I made a mistake. I quit this job a few months ago and I let them talk me out of unquitting.
Oh,
Things
no,
were
don't never
great
do
for
that.
a while, but yesterday and Wednesday, yesterday especially, yesterday, I'm out. I'm not doing this shit anymore. I am working for me, myself, and
Ma'am, you don't seem confident in your decision. I'm gonna be real. You don't seem confident in your decision at all. You seem very worried. And it seems like you're more sporadic with the way that you operate. You just make emotional decisions. We're gonna address it, but I want to double back real quick. I want to spin a block on that first one because in that first clip, y'all let me know in the comments. I can't tell based off the little snippet we got. I really couldn't tell who was the toxic person in this situation. Watch this again. Look, who was the toxic person here?
What's going
Just
on?
based off the tone.
I quit. Effective immediately.
Effective immediately?
You got him laughing. He ain't even taking her serious. And then she's saying she's communicating in a way that you would communicate in an email. She's talking about I quit effective immediately. I would have chuckled a little bit too. Effective immediately, ma'am. Use plain talk. Just say, yeah, I quit today. She's talking about effective immediately. Y'all, before we get back into it, if you could like the video, greatly appreciate it. It only takes a second. And it actually helps more than you know. And it's literally just a click. Literally just a click. So if you're here anyway, you might as well click that like button. And also if you can hype the video as well.
yesterday, I'm out. I'm not doing this shit anymore. I am working for me, myself, and because I will never annoy me. So me, myself, and I, that's
Oh,
it.
wow.
I am out. Yes. Wow.
See, if you got all this emotional energy like this, screaming, she came on the video screaming. And really, I feel like this is more theatric for TikTok. It's like she's doing this because she doesn't feel confident in it. And so she needs the support that she's about to get, possibly from her comment section or whatever. Ultimately, she just needs validation and for other people to validate possibly the self-inflicted wound that she just put on herself. Because listen, man, if you know that you got your stuff lined up and you don't really need a job and you cool either way, or that you got something better coming, you're not gonna be all emotional like this. You'll actually leave the situation and you'll actually do an amicable split. You'll actually preserve the relationships and just be like, yeah, I just got other things coming on. You might not even tell them where are you going, what you doing. You might just be like, yeah, I just had some other opportunities. But man, I really appreciate this opportunity. Just things are going, I'm just going in a different direction, but it's been great. I've learned a lot here and I greatly appreciate just the opportunity to be able to work with you all. And hopefully I get to follow you in your career and just see you all level up and continue to have massive success. But when you're not confident and when it's really a internal thing within you, then this is going to be how you react. She seems problematic because she said she already quit before and then they convinced her to come back. Keyword, they didn't convince you to come back so that they can keep you. They just needed a little bit more time because they didn't expect it. One of the rules in business, especially when you're an employee or whatever, so you're already in a weaker position, and you're in a more vulnerable position is, for one, think before you do something. But when you do something, you need to stand on it. I don't even think that you're supposed to listen. If you're not happy, if you don't feel like you're getting promoted or you don't feel like you're getting a pay raise where you are, I don't even think you should then to another organization, basically apply to somewhere else, get the job somewhere else. They give you the money you want, and then you let your job know that, hey, y'all, I'm leaving. And then they try to retain you. I don't think you should stay. If you say if you're making 50,000 right now and you want to make 60,000, and then you basically keep applying and then you get a job that'll pay you 60,000, I don't care if your job says, "Well, hold on, we'll go above a match. We'll give you 65." I don't think you should stay at your job. You've already shown your cards. They already know you that you're not happy. You're going to stay there, and they just going to basically just be like, "Yeah, just give her that now, and then let's go ahead and replace her. Let's go ahead and get somebody else lined up because she don't want to be here, clearly." What you mean they let you stay? Of course they was going to start showing they A because they've already got your replacement lined up probably. But it's probably, honestly, it's probably you because you're doing a lot. I want to see what her comments is telling her too. But let's finish it out.
I've never felt so good, so cathartic leaving a job. And that's crazy to say because I absolutely hated my last job. I worked in Navy Federal and I hated that shit. Hated it, hated it, hated it. But you know what? I hated this more, and never, ever, ever again will I work in a small office surrounded by nothing but white women. Never again.
Okay, well, let me make a correction. If you're like in a small office or whatever, and then you go and get another offer somewhere else, maybe you can stay there. You gotta read their energy. If they seem just really genuine, like, oh man, nah, man, like we really want you here. I'm sorry, whatever. But ideally, in most cases, you should leave. But if you've already made a decision to leave.
Will I be the only black person, especially the only black woman in the space I am working in? Never again.
Nah, nah. You can stay there, man. Cause you're problematic. I don't think it matters the space or the type of people that you're with, white, black, orange, blue. Don't listen. If I got a black business, no, I don't want you over here with me either. You're not gonna like me either. Cause you're not just gonna be able to be acting like this. And let me see her comments. Somebody said, I want to do this so bad, but a human relies on my income. Yeah, you got kids. Okay. Somebody said, congratulations, girl. I just did the same a few hours ago. Boy, she said, I just did the same a few hours ago. I left at lunch. I was like, nope, not today, not never. You see the circles that they're like encouraging. This is why proximity is so important. You be in a proximity of crash outs. Y'all, yeah, girl, I just walked out on lunch break too. You got a proximity of just unprofessional people. Let me see what else. It says you were the only black woman they hired, which tells me they placed all the responsibility on you. As a black man, I experienced that too. Hmm. I'm not going to deny that. I'm not going to deny that. That's possible. That's possible. Let me see. And again, some of these jobs are toxic. I ain't gonna lie. I'm just looking. I'm just. How do you get to this point where you just screaming and hollering and hooping and hollering? But if it was a toxic environment, then I am happy for her. Maybe all her emotions in expressing herself is warranted. My thing is, for me, I'm not gonna like, I'll just be more calculated with it. Like, I'm not gonna allow anything to disrupt me. But I understand I'm I'm a special case. But yeah, I'll just detach. I'll just be like, nah, this definitely ain't gonna work. And I don't really fall victim to the BS in real time. I couldn't really fall victim to the BS because I just don't allow it. I don't carry myself like that. So you wouldn't even be able to tie me up. Like, if you're doing some BS, if you're being toxic, I'm not finna be toxic with you. Listen, I don't do that. But I can understand, especially in proximity, under one roof. Sometimes it is hard to avoid. People get to gossiping, all type of stuff. So I I get it, man. I get it. If it's toxic.
You guys.
See, some of these people, they just seem a little too much. This is why I'm like, it might be a reflection on you. Cause you doing a lot. It's some people who's never satisfied too. Because see, this would be the type of person. This is what I'm picking up. This would be the type of person. She'll be married to you, and then she'll be having this same type of look. And she'll come on TikTok like this, I'm about, yes, I did it. I finally divorced my husband. And it's like, I don't understand why people are so quick to want to come on TikTok with this mess. Why are you mixing not business? Why are you mixing your profession with TikTok? That is what you don't do, in my opinion. It just makes you look crazy. It makes you look unprofessional. You're in a nursing uniform, and it's like, yes, I finally quit my job. But let's hear it out. Let's hear it out. I'm just saying, just based off these reactions, and it's like, okay, was it toxic, or are you just is this how you act at work?
I quit my job. You guys, I'm going there, but I don't feel like going, y'all. I don't feel like going to work. I'm over it. No, we got U-turn. It's official. We got U-turn, y'all. We are officially quitting. Yep. We ain't going to work today. Yes, we finally did it. U-turn. Yep. We're not going to work. U-turn, baby.
Look at her. I mean, goodness gracious. She all out of breath. Look at this.
U-turn. Yep. We're not going to work.
Look, she out of breath. Because this is how emotionally animated they're getting, and they're really just emotionally taxing themselves. And that's why that's like an indication that you don't feel very confident in your decision. Or maybe you didn't plan for this. It's kind of coming off like this might be impulsive. Let's be honest. A situation happened, something you don't like. You go home over the weekend, you start ruminating. What do we typically do if a situation happens at work? That usually what it typically does is it goes against our ego, right? It opposes our ego. And what do we start doing? We start replaying the movie. By replaying the movie, basically you're going to keep replaying that situation over and over in your head visually as if you're watching a movie, and you're not going to be able to focus on anything else. And that can happen. And the ladies do this a lot too, in a lot of situations, that's where resentment comes from. If you ever had like your chick and she keeps on like maybe she's like, I'm good, I'm okay. But the whole time you can feel the energy and you can feel like, no, you're treating me different. Like you're not, it's clearly a problem. It's because she's like continuing to replay the thing in her head. But she's ultimately resenting you. She's doing it in the form of resentment. And then what it has the potential to do is eventually come out in the way that she's acting right now and explode and basically cause all this emotional tax on her body where she'll just explode. And so that's probably what was happening at work. She was going through situations, maybe not addressing it because women are naturally more passive aggressive. So, like for a guy, you probably wouldn't get into this many situations where it's like you eventually get to this point where it's like, yes. Because when I see somebody just exploding with emotional energy like this, that is usually an indication that they've been holding a lot in. There's been a lot that has been accumulating that they haven't been expressing and that they haven't been addressing. And so then it just explodes like this. And at first it'll feel a little bit like relief, but that's emotions. Emotions are volatile. So then it'll also just fatigue you as well. And so that's what this seems like. It seems like she just been holding this in. She been planning, plotting, waiting, resenting. And then now it's like she done did her big one, or maybe something set it off. Something might have set it off like a fuse. And now this is what she's doing. I'm hoping this was planned out, is what I'm saying. Because it looks like she had a nice house, which that lets me know that that's probably going to come with bills, overhead, responsibility. And so I hope you weren't just impulsive with this, especially just quitting. I don't know if she put in her 2 weeks either.
U-turn. Yep. We're not going to work. U-turn, baby. I'm out. Where are my babies? Pull in, baby. Pull in. Woo! Yep. If you want another reason why I'm quitting my
You see how she got to keep, woo, woo.
nursing job, you want a part two? Let me know.
I want to see part two because I want to know the context, because I don't believe that she's really confident in her decision because she keeps trying to amp herself up. It's like if you see a fighter or something and they're like hitting themselves with their gloves on their face, or maybe a football player, and they're like trying to, and they're trying to amp themselves up before the game. It's because they're really nervous. They're really anxious. They're really going through so many things biologically that is putting them in a stressful state. And so they have to continue to do things outward to distract from their fears, their anxieties, and ultimately their worry. Let me see her comments real quick. It says, I also quit my nursing job. I started a business with no capital, and now I'm earning more than my income as a nurse. Somebody said, what are you going to do now? That's what I'm curious. Let me see. Oh, I definitely want to see part two now. Oh, somebody said, what are you going to do now? You know what she said? They said, what are you going to do now? She said, content creation full time. I already knew her. I already knew her something off. It'd be just like them chicks that be divorcing their husband and then need to come on and, I did it. I did it. I did it. Everybody tell me that I was right for doing it because I don't feel confident that I did it. I'm going to have to live with it. But I need y'all to assure me. Man, when I make decisions, I don't need no assurance. I don't even have to talk about it. I don't make it known because I'm confident in my decisions. I'm certainty in motion. I don't need to do all this. If I make a decision, I've either already done the prep and I know exactly what's going to happen and I feel capable, or I know myself and I know what I'm willing to do to make sure that I ultimately make sure that I come out on top. Content creation. This post didn't even get a lot of engagement. She said content creation from a nursing job, and she got that. Look, she got this. She got a nice house. Look at her house. You think TikTok content creation gonna be able to pay for this house? So I'm glad they asked that in the comments. I'm glad she engaged. See, the fact that she had the time to respond back to the comment and engage let me know that you're not doing that successful on content creation. So it's like, all right, I want to see if there's a part two. I really am invested. I really want to see. Especially, I want to see what her content's doing. She's not doing that well on TikTok. As far as I know, this can't pay for the bills. All right, let me see. She quit her job. See, she just out here just doing whatever she want. And, making a mistake. Looks like she's a single mother too. All right, let me see. Please, I want to see the part two. I need to see part two. I need to see the explanation of what made you do that mess and quit your job. Let's see. I'm trying to find it quick. I don't want to have to make no cuts in this video. Oh, here we go. Here we go. All right. So, where is it? Huh? Ain't no way. Hold on. Let me see this first.
I made my first $100,000 here on TikTok.
Ain't no
I can't believe
way.
I'm saying this. So you guys, if you want to know how I did it and how I did it, please share this video, repost this video, comment, like, and follow. Do all the things. Yeah, if I did it, so can you. Let's go. I'm going to tell you how I made my first $100,000 on here.
Let me see.
So you guys, make sure you watch this video until the end. This is what happened. So I had a video that literally got...
Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna let it play in the background, but I'm gonna be looking for this other video. So I'm gonna go full screen real quick.
me to
Oh wait, no,
1
I can't do that. I can't do that. It doesn't do that. Never mind.
million views. So apparently that video was only pushed to the people in Africa. Thank you to my African people for doing that for me. I'm so grateful for you. Thank you so much. So guys, that video, literally everybody, apparently they watched the video throughout, from the beginning to the end. And if you want to make money, that's how you do it here. You watch the video from the beginning to the end and follow. Engagement is a key here on TikTok, and that's how they did. And I was able to make $100,000. What? I can't believe it. You guys.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way she did that on TikTok. Allegedly. Because I guess I don't really know. But I just can't see that. $100,000 on TikTok. Let me. Ooh, in this video, she shows her little screenshot. Let me see.
How to go viral in this last week of May. If you wanna,
let me see. Where's that at? We just we just doing whatever today. We done got away from the whole theme of the video. I want to find that other one though. But hold on. Let me see.
there's no way I made $100,000. TikTok is something. How to go viral in this? Listen to this. Not 100. You're going to report of May.
Oh, I thought she showed a screenshot because I want to verify. She keep doing things that I want to verify. Now I want to verify that you made $100,000. She might be getting desperate because she quit her job, so she might be trying to sell something, and she got to come on here and say that she made $100,000 on TikTok. But I want to see about quitting her nursing. Let me see. Creator rewards. Okay, she did do a video about the nursing thing. I don't think this is like a direct response about it, but it does say when people think I am Delulu for quitting my nursing
What?
job and doing this full time. Are you gonna talk? See, this is why. This is why you can't go off script, man. This is why you can't go off script. She just wasting our time. She talking about, do you want to see why I quit? And she never did the video. So we just gonna get back to it.
I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to cry, break down. I don't know. But I quit my job.
Try to go off script, and she done messed up my video quality. All right. So the caption says, I quit my job yesterday. Toxic work environment. I'd rather lose my car than my peace.
I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to cry, break down. I don't know. But I quit my job yesterday. I got called into HR to get offered a demotion for a position that I had not even started. I was still in training because they wanted to put somebody else in that position. These work environments are toxic. It is a war on African American women. I don't care who you are or what you think. I know for a fact because I have been in it. It started July 7th and it has not stopped. So I quit my job yesterday. I walked away from my job, and I want you all to know something. I will wholeheartedly let my car get repossessed. I will not have car insurance. I will go without before I suffer in another toxic work environment. I will go without before I suffer in a toxic work environment. So if you are out there and you see this and you think that it is okay to suffer in a work, it is not. It is not. And I will never do that shit again. I will 10 out of 10 quit every time. So if you're out there and you're going through it, baby, I know what it feels like. The most peace I've had was today since starting that job. Sisters, this is your sign to get up.
Yeah, but my thing is, hold on.
I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to cry, break down. I don't know. Or to get offered a demotion for a position that I had not even started. I was still in training because they wanted to put somebody else in that position.
So it's because they wanted to put somebody else in the position, you got offered a demotion before you even started the job. There's got to be more context here. Now, listen, man. Honestly, I wouldn't put it past certain jobs to just do certain things that's cutthroat. That'll have you like just make you just lose all desire. So if they did that to her, I can understand why she wanted to leave. But I think you have to endure. You got to be an adult, right? You got to be an adult because although she dresses young and all that type of stuff, she's not young. She's not young. You like me, right? That's her. But the music about to get me whatever. But that's her. She's not that young. She's no spring chicken. This is her. Just so for a better context.
Night repair is gonna have you waking up glowing.
You know, she's at least mid-40s. At least mid-40s. So I just say that to say you got to be mature. You got to be able to think things through a little bit better and not just be impulsive like a young kid. Again, I understand where you're coming from. If that's what they did to you, don't know all the context, but I'm gonna take your word for it that they were just completely foul in this because I wouldn't put it past a corporation to just treat people like a number and treat people like it doesn't, you're not thinking about how certain decisions would affect somebody's mental state. But she's saying, I don't care if I get my car repossessed and I can't put insurance on it and all this type of stuff. Now, that's what we don't do. It's one thing if you got some savings and you're going to be able to float by for a little bit. But at the very least, you got to like zoom out And then you got to actually get a bird's eye view of the situation and understand what are the risks, what are the opportunities. At the very least, just go ahead and detach mentally and make it to where they have to fire you. And maybe you'll have a chance at getting unemployment or something to float you by. But just quitting, now you don't quit, you can't get no unemployment. They ain't gonna give you no severance. And clearly you probably don't have no money saved to be able to get you by, and you didn't save money for a rainy day. So you just out here, and now you're about to have all other type of self-inflicted wounds come down, and a lot of your things are going to be stripped from you that you probably need, and you might be put into survival mode. Don't let your emotions have you out here surviving. You got to really know yourself. Are you ready for that? To be out here surviving when you don't necessarily have to. You still have a job to be able to go to, and you can just start getting other things in a row. You know, quitting is quitting, right? Quitting is the same as quitting. Like if you're trying to actually hurt your job, you quitting has the same effect whether you quit with no job or whether you quit and get another job and have another job lined up. It's still going to have the same effect on them. If you're doing this to hurt them, then the better strategy is to do it to hurt them, but also not hurt yourself. You just did something where it has recoil. Recoil just means that you did damage, but the damage also came back on you. You could have strategized more effectively and just had something else lined up so that when you do the damage, it's two things are working. One, you're not damaging yourself, and you may even be improving yourself, because if it's toxic over here, getting another job that's not toxic would technically be a level up, right? But then at the same time, they will be losing a good worker. If you're a good worker, are you a good worker? See, we got to know that too. They might be coming up. But yeah, don't do it don't just quit at the expense of yourself. But what we see, a lot of them, they getting emotional because of certain situations or whatever, and they're not zooming out. They're just staying within the situation and then making the decision in real time impulsively. And then they're not thinking about the implications it's going to have long term moving forward. So that's what I would recommend. But y'all, we'll leave it there for the day. If you could like the video, I'll probably do a part 2 because I didn't really get into all the stuff I wanted to get into. But y'all let me know. If this doesn't do that well, then I won't do it. But again, if you could like the video, I greatly appreciate it. It only takes a second, and it actually helps out more than you know. And also, if you could hype the video. Hype is a new feature that YouTube offers where it helps smaller content creators like myself. And basically, when you hype, it actually pushes us to the extent that it pushes the larger content creators. So you just press the hype button and it shows the points. And since I'm a smaller creator, a smaller channel, we actually get more points per hype. And hype was designed for smaller channels, so that's why. But if you come across a video and you don't see the hype button, then it's probably been over 7 days. And hype usually vanishes after 7 days. So it's usually best practice, if you want to hype, to just go ahead and hype while the iron is hot on a newer video. And also, if you want to become a member of the channel, join buttons on the video. And what becoming a member of the DXU family will come with is you will get badges next to your comments, where it will show people that you are a member whenever you leave a comment, as well as you would get early access to content and also exclusive content that's not available for everyone else on YouTube. So again, if you want to become a member, join buttons on the video. But until then, I'll see you in the next video.